are you?
How are you? I'm doing great and grateful. Thank you. How
I
about you?
have, I have missed you. I mean, we talk a lot, but I know that I've missed going live with you. So I'm super excited that we are back.
Yes, I am too. I've got something. I've been eating hot pepper on a fork, and I'm hungry to get to everybody today.
Hot what on a fork? What did you say?
I've been eating hot pepper on a fork.
I like that. I've never heard that.
I know. I got a whole lot of them.
Got a lot of them. Well, it looks like people are already excited. They're jumping on. Tell us where you're watching us from. We have missed you. We took a few days off for technology. You know, it works great until it doesn't, right?
Right. Yeah.
So we're going to look. People are already saying, good morning, Mr. Brown. What did I start here? I'm calling you Mr. Brown now. We got Denver. You know, it's snowing there yesterday.
In Denver?
In Denver, it was snowing.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
The Netherlands. Arkansas. Oh,
whoa.
Your old hometown.
Cleveland? Yes. All right, Cleveland. Look out, Tony.
And the UK, Virgin Islands. Oh, to be there right now. The Virgin Islands.
Okay, Susan in the UK. Yeah, I wonder what the temperature is in the UK.
Yeah, let us know, Susan.
The Virgin Islands. Yes. Yes.
So many great ones on here. South Carolina, Nigeria. We always have a lot of people watching from Nigeria. South Carolina, France.
Yeah.
So let us know where you're watching from. You've got a great message for us today.
Yes, indeed. 3 keys to success during this time and any time in your life. You apply these keys, they'll work for you. And I'm ready to share them.
Well, I'm going to jump out of here. I want to encourage everybody. Today, we're going to try something a little different, and we're going to actually pop up the keys so you can take some notes. Let us know in the comments which ones are really resonating with you, and keep letting us know where you're from if you haven't let us. That's our favorite part of the show. So, all right, sir, go ahead.
Thank you very much. I hope that you are ready for what I'm going to share with you, because some things is common sense, but not necessarily common practice. And number 1 key is, and I want you to write this down, resilient, purpose-driven mindset. Resilient, purpose-driven mindset. That with all the stuff that's going on, with all of the confusion from the scientific community, from the leadership, from the presidency on down, it has collateral effect. And there are so many people that's confused. You wear the mask, or you don't have to wear the mask. Or if you have the coronavirus, you need to wear the mask so you don't give it to somebody else. And if you have it, you should stay in the house. They got all kind of things. If you make love, you should have the mask on. That is not romantic to me. You know, I say, wait a minute, y'all coming all up in the bedroom. Okay, baby, put your mask on. Well, how am I gonna kiss you with my mask on? Oh, behave, whatever. But all kind of confused, you know, all this stuff going on. And you could die from talking to somebody with a mask that's held under their nose. You know why my hair is like it and I'm looking like Kid and play like Kid from House Party? Because my barber, he likes to wear his mask like this. I said, man, put your mask on, all right? I told him. So he does this. Man, hey, hello. Habla español, English? What? Come on. Have I told? Put your mask on, cover your mouth. I know your breath kicking like Bruce Lee, but cover the nose too. It's, I mean, about to make me lose my mind over here. So I decided I'm not going through that. I'm not going through that. I'm not coming out the house till 2027. And I work on myself. I got some new squirrel friends. I'm bilingual. I speak squirrely. And I listen to motivational messages first thing in the morning. You want to listen to my voice. Go on YouTube. Find Les Brown speaking in the Georgia Dome. find Les Brown. It's possible. And I tell the story about the bamboo tree. Find Les Brown getting unstuck. And I talk about Chicken Man. Listen to things. Listen to me. Listen to things that can build your mental resiliency. You want to have a resilient, purpose-driven mindset that will focus your mind on the goals that you want to achieve, on the things that you need to do to reinvent yourself, to rethink your life, to see whether or not you're on the path to becoming the next greatest version of yourself. And in order to get through this time, I mean, sometimes I when I wake up in the morning, I said, this is still not a dream. This is crazy. People say, I'd like to come by and see you. Is that right? Okay, I'm on the first floor. We can talk through the window. Come on. I mean, just think about this. Every day when I see people with masks on looking outside my window, seeing the squirrels jumping from one tree to the other, they never lose their footing. That's why I learned squirrely. Tyrone, he's leading everybody. He's introducing everybody to me. He's the most motivated squirrel in my neighborhood. Les Brown is about to do his StreamYard or another Zoom. My kids say I've been in the house too long. I'm suffering from cabin fever. Whatever. So read 30 to 40 pages of something positive every day. Drill yourself. You say, well, I've listened to it. No. Listen to it until you're manifesting results. Faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing. So in order to develop that resilient, purpose-driven mindset, you want to listen to the messages over and over, take notes on things that jumps out for you, and become the embodiment of it, and develop that kind of mindset and how you carry yourself and how you face this thing called life. Faith not tested can't be trusted. So you got to have faith in yourself. But we're being tested right now. If you've never been tested, listen to me. No test, no testimony. Faith not tested can't be trusted. It's easy to have faith when things are going great. When the kids are acting like they have good sense. When you have a job, you have money, you have your health. Whoa, no big deal there. But when life knocks on the door, when you go through some stuff, when you get a bad diagnosis, that's when you have to pull on your faith. That's when you have to be resilient. I've got a saying, and all of you know it. Life knocks you down, try and land on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. Now, here's the other thing that's very important. As you look at yourself, you want to master at least three things, multiple streams of income. Three things. I speak, I train speakers, and I'm an author. And I got other things I'm expanding. And I'm 75. Well, why are you still doing it? Because you're never too old to learn, and you're never too young to teach. I believe that the reason that we look at people over a certain age, at Alzheimer's and dementia becomes active, is because they are inactive. My mother used to say it, if you don't use it, you lose it. It takes longer to wear out than to rust out. So the goal is to be actively engaged in life, raising the bar on yourself. Turn down the amount of time that you spend entertaining yourself, watching the television, as my daughter, Dr. Ona Brown, would say, and do things that will stimulate your thinking. It will keep you young. Just because you're 75, chronologically don't mean that you have to look 75. No. And so I decided, just because I'm 75, you're not going to count me out. I'm still here. I'm going to be engaged in this thing called life because I have not done my best work yet. You have not done your best work yet. Every day is the best day of your life, as Orrin Hudson would say out of Atlanta, the chess master. Why? Because if you don't believe that, try missing a day. Every day is the best day of your life. Look for ways in which you can begin to master something, learn something today that you did not know yesterday. Expand your horizon, expand your vision of what's possible for you. Continuously be a student. My high school theme was you never find out how much you know until you find out how little you know. Study. The people that are going to make it today are looking at the various trends. They're going from mindset mastery, learning 3 things that they can master to create non-performance income, and they're studying continuously, learning things that they can get at the end of their fingertips on the internet. There's no excuse today for not being in the mindset of achieving something beyond that which you have already done. Life is an adventure. Helen Keller said life is either a daring adventure or it's boring. And this is an exciting time that you can earn money at the comfort of your home. Think about that. Virtually around the world. I just finished talking to some people in Germany. And then I talked to some people in Toronto, Canada. I'm making money around the world and I'm still home virtually. Take advantage of this. This is something you want to learn. Mindset mastery and skill set mastery of the internet. Now, here's something else. You have to, as you look at yourself, look at your goals, look at your dreams, not only is a resilient, purpose-driven mindset is important, and mastering 3 things that you can begin to generate income from. But the third thing that's also very important, and that is the power of connection. The power of the right connections. That can change everything for you. And I want to share this with you. Your success and your ability to expand your life and the things you want to do is directly related to the connections that you have. That's the name of the game. Opportunities and success come about because of who you are connected to versus who you are divided from. So you want to look at your connections, and as Jim Rohn would say, and ask the question, what is this relationship doing to me? Is it helpful? Am I growing mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, intellectually? What is this relationship doing to me? Is it giving me an advantage in terms of knowledge and in terms of resources and contacts? Do you realize that 80% of the available jobs today never get posted? You know why? Because they get gobbled up by people who have the right connections. That's the power of connections. Learning how to develop, as George Fraser would say, relationship capital. Relationships that have value, access to resources and knowledge, information that you don't have. Here's something else. The power of communication. Whew. The power to tell your story. I can tell you how important that is. I used to be a state legislator. I beat an incumbent, 22-year incumbent. I'm not bragging, but I'm just telling you what is. 2 attorneys ran before me and they lost, and they were very smart. I have no college education, and they lost. And you know why? They did not know how to tell their story. See, politics, as in everything in life, is the story you tell about yourself, the story you tell about your opponent, the story your opponent tells about you, and the story you tell about yourself if you are the opponent. Let me give you an example. 45. You notice he always gives all of his opponents names, Sleepy Joe. If there are times I look at him, I say, oh God, this is when I really miss politics. If I were running, I said, listen, traitor Trump, you've told 16,241 lies or 16,241 statements. Let me ask you something. What are you hiding in those taxes? You all went all the way to the Supreme Court and they knew it was frivolous and threw it back. What are you hiding? Come on, talk to me, brother. Let me tell you something. I don't know what, I love a good debate. Let me tell you, they don't know. I would say every time I would open my mouth, Hillary Clinton's not running. And I heard him talk about her yesterday. He called her Crooked Hillary. Every time I would open my mouth, I said, you know something, traitor Trump? I know you're in love with Putin. I know y'all cool. I know y'all down, y'all in the closet, but you got to come out sometime. But let me share this with you. You can't sell democracy down the tube because you're in love with Putin. No. It ain't going down like that. And something else I want to share with you, Trader Trump, that as you look at yourself, look at your goals and dreams, why is it you never talk about Putin? What's going on there? And it's none of my personal business, but I'm just wondering, aren't you married? What's happening up in here, my brother? Let me tell you something. He would want to run he'd be chasing me all around the debate podium. I love debates. Oh my God. I was in this debate in Whitehall in Ohio. And Whitehall is called Whitehall because they didn't allow Black people to live in Whitehall. And I was in debate with Bill Kopp, who was the representative from the 29th district. And he and I were debating. And so at some point, he said, you know what? He said, Les Brown, I just don't think that you will be qualified for my seat. And I say, excuse me, it's my seat. And when I win, here are the things that I'm going to do. I'm going to prevent utility companies from turning off somebody's utilities on Friday afternoon because they can freeze to death over the weekend. When I win, I'm going to make it required that money order companies have insurance coverage because a major money order company filed bankruptcy and people had worthless paper. When I win, I'm going to have a constituents day that every Saturday people come in and talk to me face to face. And one of the people in the audience, she stood up. She said, Mr. Brown, you are a very fierce debater. You're very good. You're very knowledgeable. But you're still a nigger. I said, thank you very much. I never would have known that had you not told me. The audience looked at her and looked at me and I was still cracking up. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Whoa, thank you, dear. Thank you. And people came out. They started laughing at my laughter. My mother taught me how to be graceful in ungraceful situation. They came out and said, man, you know what? We vote for you. For you not to get angry, for you to handle that statement like you did. See, anger is a wind that blows out the lamp of the mind. Oh man, wow. I laughed all the way to my car. That tilted the scale. I won 26,000 to 3,000. Your ability to tell your story. It's important. The story you tell about yourself, the story you tell about your opponent, and if you're in sales, the story you tell about yourself, because people are asking, who are you? What do you have? And why should I care? The story you tell about your company, the story you tell about your product or your service, and how you tell it is very important. I was working with someone I was coaching this morning, and she came on just really mealy mouth. Oh, we're going to help you begin to straighten your finances out. No, 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 no. You can't come up in here like that. People's attention span goes in every 10 seconds. No. Speak like you own this space. This is who you are. This is what you do, and you are the one. You are an authority. Do you understand? Yes. Very good. Let's go at it again. Bring your voice down from your esophagus, down, lower, lower, lower. And it made all the difference. And how this person projected the story. You can create an experience with the story. The story, you can transform people's lives. I want you to write this down. I want you to, this quote was given to me, and I want to give me that. Where's that quote I was looking for? And it is the story, what it says succinctly. When you tell a story, something happens in a person's mind and in their heart that it begins to touch the emotions, and the story begins to expand their mindset to the possibilities. The story stays in the heart. Information is in the head, but the story, it's in your heart. And people are basically emotional. So when you work on your mindset, when you upgrade your connections, and when you work to impact your storytelling skills, the possibilities unlimited is what you can do. If you're interested in learning how to tell your story, to transform people's lives, or to grow your business, to increase your sales, to build your multi-level marketing organization, if you might be involved in real estate, or you might be involved in insurance, you just have a business that you want to grow. You are the storyteller about your business. That's who you are. And your ability to do that is dependent on the skills that's required. Here's the quote that I was looking for. One day, when you tell your story, and listen to this, how you overcame what you went through, it will become someone else's guide on how they can overcome the same situation. Did you hear what I just said? One day, when you tell your story of how you overcame what you went through, it will be a guide for somebody or millions of people on how they can do the same thing, because you are an example of what they can do. That's the power of story, and influencing, impacting, and transforming people's lives individually and collectively. If you want some coaching on that, if you are hungry to be good, hungry to transform lives, hungry to earn more money virtually from home than you can earn on your job, I want you to put voice in the comment section. Voice in the comment section. That's where we are now. That's where we are. Just think about the new reality now is virtual, earning money from home virtually, multiple streams of income virtually, leading with your story, creating an experience before the green light on your computer at home and earn more money. I'll teach you how to do that and have fun doing it and earn what I call quiet money, or earning money while you sleep. You have something special. Remember, mindset resiliency, power of connections, and the power to tell your story. You have greatness in you. It's time for you to do the greater work. It's your time. It's your time because you woke up this morning. It's your time. Life is on your side. Put voice in the comment section. Voice in the comment section. If you'd like to be coached on how to tell your story, how to take your story, your business, your income to the next level, put voice in the comment section. This has been Mrs. Mamie Brown's Baby Boy. That's my story, and I'll stick it to it. Thank you.
So great. Look what we're getting over here again.
Oh, hey,
For
how
president.
are you?
Are we too late? Are we too late this time around? I did want to say, I think every time you do touch on politics, we always get, you always get comments because there's people out there that say, stick to speaking. Can you tell people how long you were actually in the political life?
I was elected to 3 terms in the Ohio legislature, and I passed 14 bills my first term. Yeah, I was very good. Your ability to speak, to pass legislation, to get collaboration, to get a buy-in. I had people on both sides of the aisle that voted for my legislation because I did my homework and I built relationships with my communication skills. And so, first of all, no one gets to tell me what I get to do. I speak on whatever I choose to speak on. And I use examples as I choose to use. I'm an independent, and I believe that we're looking at a time that people need to learn from things, from leaders. Our children are watching the same thing that we're watching. My great-grandson doesn't watch the news. His name is Carson. He was crying one day to his mother, and I told the story, and she came in the living room and said, "What's wrong, Carson?" And he was telling, he saw the police on one of those examples in the news where they were brutalizing someone. And he said, "Are they coming to get me?" And she said, "No," and she held it. And when she got up to go back in the room, she turned the television off. He just asked her, "Mama?" And she said, "What is it, son?" "When they come in, the police, do I put my hands up or do I put my hands behind my back?" Carson is 5 years old. This is my great boy, my great-grandson, my great-grandson. And things don't change until those who are unaffected are as outraged as those who are affected. And we must have the courage to speak our truth and be effective on how you do it. Sometimes you can do the wrong thing, the right thing in the wrong way. I've listened to some people protesting and just the violence, of course, everybody's opposed to that, but the way you express yourself when you're protesting something determines if somebody's going to support you or not. And here's something else. I would never, and not just people who just don't know, I would never, if I'm in a protest, I would never be interviewed and have some shades on. These are my glasses. Have some shades on. Why? People want to see your eyes. If you went in a bank and everybody had on shades, you're not going to give somebody your money who's behind the counter and they got some shades on you because you think the real person's tied up and squatting down. You're not gonna motivate and give somebody money. You're not gonna see a cashier wearing shades. Why? You want to see those eyes. Eyes
Yeah.
are the window of the soul. So it really knocks me out when I see people being cool in an interview and got their shades on. It cuts down the level of connectedness and credibility and the ability to influence, because you wonder what's behind that. Or people who, but I'm not criticizing people who do that, whatever works for them, and just various things that people do that they don't know.
Right.
It really, it weakens your presentation because people say everything. There's a reason that I wear this tie. It's red. Red's the eye catcher. So that's why I wear it. It's an eye catcher. It's a power symbol and it's sexy. Oh, you're making me Randy, baby.
They did love your comments earlier. I can't get back to those comments because we've gotten so many, but they did love your comments about COVID and you know, lovemaking earlier.
Yeah, right. Can you imagine? They said you should be face to face. Oh, are we going there now? Oh my God. Okay.
Mrs. B says, keep speaking what you need to say. They hear you. The people that need to hear you, hear you. So Hype, I hope I'm saying your name right, says you are a great inspiration. So yeah, some of those comments, I agree with you. I think anytime you put yourself
It's
out there.
okay. Listen, I want to just say this. It's okay if people don't like what you say. This is not about a popularity contest. People are not going to agree on everything you say. There are people that will hate you just for the color of your skin. Just for the color. I mean, there are people who hate me. I remember when I went to a speaking engagement and they thought I was Les Brown, the band of renown. I came in the back of the theater and the guy said, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm Les Brown." "You're not the band leader." I said, "No, I'm not. I'm here to speak." And this guy, he looked at me and he spit down. His intention was to spit on my shoe. And thank God he missed, because Liberty City would have come out. I'd have whooped the living hell out of him. I'm a baby Christian. Let me tell you something up in here. I was so glad he missed my shoe. I'd have served him well. And then went in to give my speech. You know, don't let the 75 fool you up in here. Why did he do that? Because he was trained to hate me because of my paint job. I had nothing to do with my paint job, nor did he have anything to do with his paint job. But that's how he was indoctrinated. And he hated the sight of me and sat back on the front row. And first of all, introduced me and left the stage so he wouldn't have to shake my hand. And that was okay. And the audience went quiet because I was the first African-American to step on that stage and grab a microphone. And they sat there and they looked with anger and resentment. What is he doing here? Because they had Les Brown and his Band of Renown album covers all on the auditorium walls with his white face. But here I was on the stage. And when I started speaking, at first they weren't going to move. They weren't going to respond. But when I got into it deep, they started, They got motivated. Oh my God, I'll never forget that experience. It was hostile, but with the energy, the passion, and the calling on my life, I was able to convert that hostility into appreciation for their greatness and for their dream. And they were inspired to go for it, as Cheryl Ragland would say. Listen, anybody out there have a story, ready to do something with it, want some coaching it? Because during the day, Tyrone and I, Tyrone is a squirrel we talk every day. I've learned squirrely, as most of you know, I'm bilingual. Tyrone has some new friends he's brought over to see me, and they're very motivated. They'll listen to the StreamYard and my Zoom calls, and these are the most motivated squirrels in all of Atlanta. I have an audience of humans and squirrels. So put voice in the comment section. And for squirrels, all you have to do is just come to the north side of the house, no, the west side of the house, and come to the window, and I'll hook you up. All right?
All right, I got one last comment to end the day. You ready for this one? Are you ready?
Yes.
Patsy says, "You are too sexy."
Oh, thank you, Patsy. All right, this is Kid and Play Hairstyle, and I'm Kid. Thank you.
All right, wrap us up, sir.
I'm not getting a haircut till Corona is gone. Thank you so much. It's been a beautiful morning. I thank you. I appreciate you. Encourage everybody to continue to pray for me. I was at Cancer Centers of America, and they said, Mr. Brown, wow, whatever you're doing. No, as they would say it here in Atlanta, whatsoever you doing, just keep on doing it. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a wonderful day.
Bye for now.